Welcome back, everybody. Derrick Sue, your East Oakland advocate. Well, yesterday, the petition to recall Mayor Sheng Thao was delivered to the Alameda County Registar of Voters for verification, and well ahead of the July 22nd deadline. And so here we are. We're just in June, and once the signatures are verified, because what is needed is 24,500 registered Oakland voters. And so out of the over 40,000 signatures that were submitted, only 24,500 are necessary to qualify for the November 5th ballot to say, yes, we want to recall Oakland Mayor Sheng Thao, or no, we do not want to recall Sheng Thao. So that's going to be the first part of the voting here for Oakland on that particular measure. But also we have a recall going for Pamela Price. So that one I'm not following as closely because that's more of a county issue, but it does affect Oakland law enforcement. And so Mayor Sheng Thao, she's shown her true colors, and I know that she was going to really do a lot of harm in Oakland. Number one, she has zero experience as a chief executive officer or a vice officer. And that's what's really required to operate the city of Oakland. But yet the problem that Oakland has had the last 16 years, all of our mayors have come from the city council. And so that's why I say we need to recall everybody on the city council, because they're not doing shit either. And that's why Oakland is in the situation that we're in, because we have a bunch of lackluster people that came up from Oakland City Council, got promoted to the mayor, and in the office of the mayor, what did they do? What did Gene Kwan do? Nothing. And what we got was Occupy Oakland. Then we had Mayor Libby Shaft. So we went from a homeless issue to a major homeless tidal wave here in Oakland. And then when we got Mayor Sheng Thao, she wasn't even a mayor yet, and she was screaming, defund the police here in Oakland. And she actually did, by removing 4 police academies. So she is actually responsible for the crime here in Oakland. Those 4 police academies were reinstated after 90 days later, 120 days later, when crime just went off the charts here in Oakland. There were a lot of street muggings. There were businesses being broken into left and right. And then they reinstated the police academies. And then as a mayor, she said, I did this. You shouldn't have removed them to begin with. So crime here in Oakland is Sheng Thao's fault. And we need a better mayor to take the helm of the ship, because right now SS Oakland is the Titanic, and it's sinking fast. $117 million in debt just for this year. And they're planning on selling off a major Oakland asset, the asset that you Oaklanders own, to pay off their bad decisions, the debt that they've incurred. And so we need whole new leadership that is a strong mayor like myself, that I would be a strong mayor. I've spoken on a lot of the topics. If there are any topics that you would like me to speak on, let me know in the comments. But I have a plan to remove, or actually end homelessness here in Oakland with a real housing plan. In fact, it's a multi-part plan, not a one-size-fits-all like what we've been accustomed to seeing politicians do year in, year out for the last decade, and they don't work. And one of the stupid comments that was made by City of Oakland official that works in the homeless sector, LaTonda Simmons, said that 537 homeless encampments have been closed down in the last 3 years. Oh, whoa, that's a lot of homeless encampments, but we still have another 1,500 to go. Like, whoa, how did that number just suddenly balloon into that? Because here's, and she was complimenting the Oakland EMP, Encampment Management Program. It's not working, folks, and it never has. And they've had difficulty implementing any part of that because I sit on a committee that contests the legality of that EMP. We have challenged it, and we have also won in court at the constitutionality of the EMP. And we've already won the first one. City of Oakland had to pay that first lawsuit $250,000, and they had to give a seat to the head of that lawsuit to make changes to the EMP, which the City of Oakland has refused to do for that individual. So right now they can't implement the EMP, but yet there were a lot of limitations. Supposedly there was 98% of Oakland that was off limits to homeless encampment. Schools, businesses, and residential areas were the primary zones of no encampment, but yet we have encampments like that all over Oakland, and businesses are being harmed left and right. So Mayor Sheng Thao has not lived up to anything. Her policies don't work. The EMP policy doesn't work, and say that they have 1,500 more encampments to close out. Okay, so 1,500 additional homeless encampments still to close out here in the city of Oakland under the Oakland EMP. Well, we know that the Oakland EMP isn't working because back in 2020, at the when the pandemic started, we had 149 homeless encampments throughout Oakland. When we came out of the pandemic, Oakland had risen to just over 900 encampments during that time. And now we're at, so 2 years later, now we're sitting at 1,500, and then they take credit for 537. Well, there should have been the 537 because there was only 149 when the pandemic started. So the numbers that LaTonda Simmons are throwing out don't make any sense. They aren't accurate, and they're mostly made up lies. And I understand her position. She's trying to keep her job. She's got a tough boss. And one of the things that we have to do when the petition makes the ballot, and I will be down at the Public Ethics Commission to sign up to become the replacement Oakland mayor. Please be aware that there's going to be a lot of people vying for this because there's going to be very little, if any, debate on the situation. And so we're going to have, if you remember the Gray Davis recall, the California governor who got recalled back in 2002, he got removed, and there was an immediate runoff. Same thing here in Oakland. And in that immediate runoff for the state governor, there was all sorts of candidates because you didn't really have to do any campaigning. You didn't have time to do fundraising. And so pretty much what you had was what was written in the pamphlet as your candidate statement. And that was it. Here I am. I'm working to get the word out ahead of time. And then once I put my name in on the ballot, and qualify, because each candidate still has to qualify. There's the qualifier of 100 Oakland voters or to get on the ballot. So I still have to do that portion. That is not going to be a big deal this time around, because I have a plan of action, whereas the last time I didn't quite have a plan of action. And I'm no longer a homeless person, so I'm going to not be running as a homeless person, but as a business owner here in the city of Oakland. And then when I make, once hopefully all of you Oakland voters put me as the Oakland's replacement mayor, I have 2 years to perform for you. In fact, less than 2 years to make my mark and to do exactly what I say. I say, give me 100 days in office, and you'll see radical change. You're going to see an implementation of a property, 20-acre property out in deep East Oakland, that for development, for a homeless community. They won't be homeless anymore. And so we're going to be dealing with the homeless problem directly. And that's what's been missing here, and a missing model all across the country. What I've been able to do is take the best parts of a lot of different programs, combine them into a very cohesive and a very nice flow for a program. And it's self-sustaining. And there's a lot of financial elements that go along with this program that helps make the homeless folks homeowners. And if they're not homeowners and they're renters, it's affordable. We're not talking, thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars. We're talking $35. $35 for your rent. You don't have electricity bills because these micro communities are self-sustaining. They're off-grid solar and wind power. So you never receive an energy bill from PG&E. All of the homes are at least 540 square feet interior volume with a loft inside. And it's expandable to double that. So you can actually add a second floor inside of that unit. And that would be for a couple. For a family of 3, 4, you can elect for the larger arch cabin homes, which are 600 square feet of interior volume, self-sustaining, self-sufficient. Again, solar, wind power, all electric appliances. Appliances include the new induction cooktop, oven, and also a washer-dryer combo inside the home, so that you don't have to go out and look for a laundromat. The laundry is right there within your grasp. Hot and cold running water, those are going to be zoned, and they're electric. So again, very self-sufficient, and the only bill that you will have will be an HOA bill, homeowner association. And if you're a renter, it'll be built into part of your rent as the cost of living fee. And so it'll be very reasonable and very affordable for folks. And even though there are some folks who have no income or are completely disabled so that they can't qualify or create an income, there are programs that help support people like that. And with dignity. So there's a lot of good programs that I plan on bringing to the city of Oakland as a strong mayor. But again, the first thing that we have to do is get rid of the trash, namely Mayor Sheng Thao, who has no experience and no business being in the mayor's seat to begin with. Give me 100 days as your new Oakland mayor, and you're going to see things change here in the city of Oakland. Thanks for joining me today. We'll be right back.